Do you remember when 2020 began? It was just another year. Until it wasn't.
The fire catastrophe in Australia.
An American airstrike killed a top Iranian commander.
Iran strikes back with a missile attack targeting U.S. forces.
A Ukrainian passenger jet plane has crashed shortly after takeoff from Tehran, killing at least 170 passengers and crew.
Retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash. It happened this morning. The chopper reportedly went down just before 10 a.m.
Joe Biden is now the presumptive Democratic nominee.
Violence and widespread destruction into the early morning hours. Dozens of American cities up in flames. Hours before a curfew was ordered, the city became a war zone. Large groups torched police cruisers.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic.
Doctors are now deciding who lives and who dies from the virus.
New warning tonight. The U.S. does not have enough coronavirus test kits to meet the current demand.
The U.S. has now surpassed 4 million cases.
So I just wanted to end the year in this way because I've not done so since I think 2017. And I feel like this year is an important year. And it's important to look back because you'll see a lot of times people talking about, oh, it's the 2020 curse, you know, this year has just been awful, next year's gonna be better, like, don't worry. Unfortunately, no. Well, the year hasn't been completely awful, but also at the same time, this is not some crazy thing that happened out of the blue. This is a culmination year. I feel like this year a lot of things came to fruition that we didn't realize we were either doing to ourselves, to the world, to each other, or we realized we just put it on the back burner. And this year really just showed everybody's true colors. Now obviously we did have a big pandemic breakout, which put a damper in a lot of people's plans for everything they wanted to do this year, myself included. But this is not a pity party. This is not a, oh, you should feel bad for me or I feel bad for you. If you're healthy, because I'm healthy right now, we are winning. We are doing better than a lot of people. So I don't want you guys to lose sight of this year and the blessings that it brought, because it brought me a lot of blessings. You know, things I never thought could happen, and maybe only because of the way things went. You know, if everything was normal, I don't think that I would be where I am right now in terms of just overall well-being, happiness in life, as well as, you know, work. Like we had a lot of success in the music industry this year, probably only because I was here in my room all day anyways, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make music. You know, this is my channel, so I will talk about kind of personally what I accomplished this year. This is just a summation. I'm just trying to go through some of the success and some of the good things that happened to me this year and trying to finish the year strong. In addition to getting global recognition for my music, certified platinum in 2 countries, I also got in the news for the first time. And then I got in the news a lot of times. This year was another rocket fuel year. Tens of millions of views, thousands of new family members here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Hundreds of thousands of plays on my music, for which I am extremely grateful. I do not take any of that lightly. And I know that that might be seen as the tip of the iceberg. I mean, for me, it definitely is. This is not my ultimate life goal, is to just be where I'm at right now. Obviously, I want to always stay moving up. However, I can't not be grateful for what I have right now, because this could honestly be it. There's no guarantee that I'm just going to keep moving up. So if this is as far as I get in life in terms of online and numbers and success, that is more than a lot of people will accomplish. And I acknowledge that. I understand that. I know that. Okay, so that's it. So don't think that I'm not grateful. Like, it's weird though, because almost equally for like as much, you know, being on TV and international attention and selling out every single merch drop, for all of that, it's equally teenage stress and drama. And like, I lost my dad like 2 years ago, like right before Christmas. That's something that doesn't just go away. It just doesn't just forget about it because I stopped talking about it. And I don't ever stop thinking about it. And so it's not like, oh well, this, oh you can't complain, because, you know, people have told me that before. They'd be like, yo, suck it up. Like, I don't even get it. I'm not on some pedestal. I'm literally a 17-year-old kid that's gotten lucky a couple times with some of the projects I've done. And it helps that I'm doing kind of a lot of things, because if it's not magic, it's boxing. If it's not boxing, it's music. If it's not music, it's YouTube and TikTok, and something's bound to work out. However, I don't want to be mediocre at everything. I don't want to be known as the guy that does too much where he's not good at anything. You know, I'd rather just stick to kind of a few things, be really good at that, and then you don't have to sacrifice some other things that I also love, but I can't make a life out of, which is kind of what I've started to do this year. I've tried to kind of sort out and see which is going to be the most long-term sustainable thing that I don't get bored of. You do the same magic tricks over and over again. Maybe you'll switch it up, maybe you won't. Boxing, you're not going to do that your whole life. You know, you can get brain damage. What if I get hit the wrong way and my hands don't work anymore? I can't play piano, can't do magic, can't do anything. Or I get brain damage and lose memories, like childhood memories that you can't get back. You know, so you really do have to step back and be like, all right, you know, 2020 has definitely been that year for a lot of people, where you're like, okay, so what actually am I doing? Now, I don't want to say I've come out of the year a different person, because I don't think people change like that. Like, you're not going to be a different you. Like, you're always you, which is why it's hard for me to see or imagine like any other life than what I have, because I can't be expected to. I mean, I'm me. So I don't see it as anything more than just me doing what I like to do, and I'm glad that people like it, but I'm still like a kid, man. I'm still in high school. So I can't look at myself as anything other than just me. But it's weird, like this year, especially in public. You know, people I've seen, you know, you see your friends around at the mall or whatever all the time. That's fine, which I do. I see people. But then like when people that I've never met, that I don't know, are like, hey, yo, Max, I think it's my friend, obviously, right? And then you know, people just, you know, acting weird. Like, I'd get it if I was Justin Bieber, right? And I was just some young, like, most famous person in the world, like everybody knows me, but can't go out anywhere. That's fine. But when you got thousands, okay, not millions, thousands of people that know who you are across the world, it's not, you don't think that it's like that common that people are gonna know who you are, right? Like, people bigger than me don't get recognized. Then I remember, you know, I am on local TV. Like, you know, we have a local TV station for the city that I'm on. I've anchored shows on there. I've done stuff. So more people are gonna know me from that, like around here, and also I guess TikTok. But it's weird, you know. I don't know. This is just the kind of unfiltered, like, you want to know what, like, you sign up for. This is what you sign up for. You know, pictures getting posted of just that you don't even know, like people driving by honking the horn, you know, everywhere. You can't. This is gonna sound so like arrogant. I'm sorry, I don't want it to. Not being able to know if I can go anywhere and just enjoy just me, or just like me and friends, or just, you know, just go out somewhere. There's no way for me to know. There's not like a safe place. That makes sense. There's not like a place, because even if I'm walking on a trail, people are gonna say something. And if it's like that for me, I can't even imagine what it's like for, like, you know. So that's why you really got to step back and be like, do I want this? Because you can make a living doing something and not be a celebrity. Like, a lot of people make a full-time living, great money, nice house, making music, and we've never heard of them. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about in 2020. And I'm hoping to double everything in 2021, just go crazy, because this summer I'll be out of high school. That'll be it. I'll be an adult. I'm on my way. This is my life. And so now I have to really decide, you know, do I want to do this, or do I want to go work at, you know, Food Line and be a cashier to pay the bills? Like, it's up to me. So I guess the biggest thing that I'm taking with me after 2020, besides this thing, I don't know what it is. You probably looked at it before. I don't have a disease, I promise. I don't know. I just pick it. It's not good. It's a bad habit. The biggest takeaways, I think, this year, the biggest things I've learned, the grass is not always greener. This is not a one of those videos where people are like, oh, fame sucks, bro. I can't believe, man. You should never eat clout. It's like the worst thing in the world. It's not. Like, this is the stuff I mentioned, the little trials and tribulations of being present in the entertainment industry. They're very small things. Like, the pros outweigh the cons by a lot. Don't get that confused. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining. It's just a little minor thing. But I mean, seriously, like, I've been so blessed this year to have quotes from me in articles and in publications that I read. You know, I was on like the homepage of the biggest independent music artist website in the world for like 2 days straight. And that's something that a lot of musicians read and look at. And, you know, stuff like that grows your brand and grows your recognition. So people might only know me in public and recognize me because of a thing they read, or a video they saw of somebody talking about me online. Like, you know, it's not only just your followers that know who you are. Plus, like, 60% of you guys that watch these videos aren't subscribed. Do me a favor, subscribe. I'm trying to get at least, probably, hopefully 10,000 subs by the end of 2021. We can do that. At this rate, it shouldn't not happen. So yeah, a whole bunch of news, which is really cool. Met a lot of magicians. I made a lot of magician friends. Some like surprisingly big magicians. Again, not trying to just name drop all the whatever, but just to give you context. David Copperfield's producer, Chris Kenner, we exchanged phone numbers on Instagram, and we're having some very long, like, deep conversations about just magic theory and everything. He said he can get me on Penn and Teller if I want to next season, so I might do that. Just because Damien, my boy, who was a finalist on Britain's Got Talent, I don't really use the whole like stepping stone thing, right? I don't really work my way up the ranks. When it comes to reaching out to people, I just go for the top, right? Just go for the arguably the greatest magician ever, this producer. Just go for it, you know, just put it out on the table and say, yo, this is me. I mean, I've been doing this since like 2013. Like this, it might seem like, yo, this kid came out of nowhere and now he's just trying to do everything and just do the most. I've been wanting to be an entertainer and an influencer, whatever that means, for like 7 years. And so now that it's happening, yeah, I can't help sometimes but get excited and maybe, you know, talk about it too much or maybe be too open about it. But it's just when you work for something and you know that where you are now isn't even as good as it gets, and this is already good, what am I supposed to not be excited and not talk about the future? Because when I get messages from people, man, like, not to end on like this because it's kind of sad, but when I get texts and messages from people that are like, yo, I'm in like a really rough place and I've just been streaming all your videos all day and listening to your music and it's getting me through it, and I just want to thank you. It's like, even if I only got like one of those ever, if I helped one person get out of depression, I'd say that this was a success, because I've done nothing that I didn't like. Everything I do is just because I like it, and I share it because I want other people to like it too. And if people do and it touches them like inside their heart or their mind, that's worth it. Like, I don't care what anybody else says. The fact that I can do that, or the fact that anybody can do that for somebody just by content, there's never been anything like that before. There's never been anything like that. And so I'm gonna hold on to this, and I'm not gonna just let it go. So best believe 2021, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna work my butt off. I want you guys to go after it too. This is the year, okay? You know, my mom says that even number years are never good. I mean, me and all three of my siblings were born in odd years. You know, nothing good happens on even years, I guess. So 2021 is the year. It's gonna happen. I'm done with high school. I'm gonna be an adult this year. Make it a good year for you. I'm serious. Do it for me, but more so, do it for yourself. Like I obviously, I want to be proud to say, yo, I know that person. They did it. They said they could and they did it. But also, I mean, more importantly, do it for you though. Do it because you deserve it. After this year, you deserve you to make it happen. Thank you guys for being here consistently throughout my life. Like, some of you guys literally have been here for years, and it feels like this whole thing feels like not that long. But now I'm making a recap video, which I remember filming in 2017. Anyways, I'll see you guys in 2021. Much love. Yeah, thank you again for everything. You guys change my life every day, and I'll see you next year. Take it easy, fam.